Hello YouTube, and welcome to the second episode of the Road to Full Planche. In the first episode, I pointed out that bent arm exercises are very important for planche progression. In today's video, I want to go into details about straight arm training. The biggest problem many people face is that for some reason, static holds don't seem to be working. Most people reach the advanced tuck planche and don't know how to progress beyond it. Well, there are three reasons that I know of for why that might be happening. The first one I already discussed in episode 1, which is neglecting bent arm exercises. The second reason is this: people want to go from advanced tuck planche to straddle. Now for some people it might work, but for most people it won't. And what really sucks is that it might even lead you to a serious injury. Now what you should do instead is go into a one-legged planche first, and then you go into a straddle, right? After you can hold the one-legged planche, you don't go immediately into straddle, you go into a half-lay straddle. The half-lay straddle planche is exactly like the half-lay planche, but you only keep your feet together and the rest of the body, like the knees and the quads, are straddled. So as you can see, we are trying to skip these two levels and just going to this one, and that can lead to disaster. In fact, if you haven't made it to this one, you should be thankful. You should consider yourself lucky. Because in 2012, when I couldn't go beyond the advanced tucked, I went a little too far and almost did a straddle. But what happened is that I injured myself. So because of my stubbornness, I paid the ultimate price and had an elbow injury for 14 months. It wasn't until February of 2014 that I would continue on the road to full planche. During those 14 months, I had a lot of time to humble myself and reflect on what I had been doing wrong. I remember times when I would train static holds every day for 2 to 3 hours a day. And that is the third mistake: overtraining your static holds. Not only will you stop progressing, but you might injure yourself. And people just don't realize how easy it is to overtrain static holds. I know there's people out there that think overtraining doesn't exist and it's just an excuse. Well, I'm sorry, but overtraining absolutely exists. Now, when you do traditional exercises like pull-ups and push-ups, it's very hard to overtrain. But when we talk about static holds, we must realize that we are dealing with a different beast altogether. Static holds put a lot of pressure on your joints and tendons and even your bones. They don't just work out your muscles. Like, a lot of people think that a planche is about your shoulder strength, and I'm not saying it isn't, but something that is equally important is having a very strong elbow, and all the muscles around it, like the forearm and the biceps, are super important. That is why when done right, static holds put more pressure on that particular area instead of the shoulders. Now that I've got that out of the way, let me talk about how to train properly. Unless you're on steroids, I don't see how you can train static holds more than 3 times a week. Like, 3 times a week is the maximum without it being overtraining. So the workout itself is a lot less than you might expect. Joints take less time to get a good workout and need more time to recover. What I do is 3 holds of the highest level of planche that I can hold. Then I do 3 holds of tuck planche, and I finish off with 6 planche leans. I try to focus most of my energy on the first 3 holds because that is where the strength progress is. The other 9 holds I do mostly for endurance, and I take 2 to 3 minutes of rest between sets. So here I am doing my first static hold workout since 3 months. The highest level of planche I can do right now is the one-legged planche. My form on this level of planche isn't what it was 3 months ago. As you can see, I'm barely holding it for 3 seconds. But like I said in episode 1, you mustn't allow that to get you down. You must believe that you will get back into progressing. The next 9 holds are still for strength, but they are also for endurance and for focusing more and more on that hollow body position. This is the basis for my planche training. I do 2 static hold workouts and 2 bent arm workouts, which I showed in episode 1. So that's 4 workouts for the week. It's a high number, but it's not overtraining. Now, can you imagine if these 4 workouts were only static hold training? How would I be able to split them so that I can recover? Unless I'm on steroids, I can't do that.